Hello kings and queens, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wagoiwa Budia, aka Gikuyu Woman, and today I'm gonna be talking about plants, specifically the arrowhead plant. It's also known as the Syngonium. I hope I pronounced that right. It comes in shades of green and shades of white and green. These are climbing plants, which can also be hanging plants, depending on how you want to propagate them, plant them, and train them. So I will be giving you tips on how to propagate them using water and just directly cutting them and planting them because they are very easy. This is just a very common plant. So this is the mother plant where I got the green specific plant. But for the other one, that one I just have one plant, but I'm planning to propagate it. So I propagated the water propagation method by just cutting part of the plant and placing it in water and then changing my water now and then. And then I also propagated by just cutting and planting directly into the soil. So what I'm trying to show you here is a node. That is a node. And that is where you cut for you to be able to propagate. You don't cut where the node is, you cut below the node. And then you plant that directly either in soil or you place it in a jar and then continuously change the water and it will root. So this is what I want you to know. When you place it in water, that is when you cut below the node, in this mother plant, I'll be showing you nodes. All these parts you're seeing like joints, those are nodes. So you cut below that, place it in water. If you place it in water, it will root. But if you place it in soil, it will root and produce leaves. For the water, it will just root. The roots will grow bigger, but the leaves will probably not grow. So for the specific ones that I propagate using water, those are just for decoration in my house. But for the ones that I propagate directly on the soil, I just have other plants. But even the ones you've propagated using water, you can always transplant them. I think we've done that before with a monstera. And if you've not watched that video on how to propagate a monstera, you go back and watch it. But I think you have the idea. Anywhere there's a node, cut below the node and plant that. Cut below the node and place that in water. And this is just where I cut from my previous cutting. That's why I'm showing you that part. So you place in water, it just roots. It will not produce any leaves. And I want to show you how it looked. So this is how it looked, and I continually changed the water in accordance to how the plants were doing. And this is one of them. It's really long. As you can see, it's protruding from where the node was, as you can see, and the root really grows big. And I had two of them. As you can see, the second one still has another node on the other side, which is okay. It only grows from one side. So these two are ready for planting, but I'm not planning to plant them. I just want them to stay in water, and you can also do that. If you want to plant them, just plant them, but make sure you water them a lot because they're used to water. This is just a snake plant for my next episode. You can also propagate that using water. See how the roots are grown. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe if you haven't. Ask questions. The next video I will show you step by step how to propagate. But for this one, I was just wanting to explain to you how easy it is to get more plants from one plant.